Do you still remember the doll from the Conjuring? Hi everybody, welcome back to PP Movies and Geeks. Today I'm going to review the next chapter, the next movie in the Conjuring universe. Today, time for Annabelle creation. Ah! Before the Conjuring, there was Annabelle. The dollmaker and his wife lost their daughter in the tragic incident. 12 years after her death, they welcomed a nun and several girls from an orphanage to the property. Things don't go as they planned when one girl opened the door and unlocked the possessed doll, Annabelle. Soon, everybody in the house will be a victim of this evil doll. The Annabelle creation opened with a quick setup of the dollmaker and his wife and his daughter, and how they lost their daughter. So nothing can be said much about that particular part. Then they cut back to the next 12 years after the tragic incident when they lost their daughter. So it's when the girl from the orphanage arrived at the house. So right off the bat, we know that the dollmaker is still in great sorrow and still in grief about what happened about years ago. So I thought it was like unnecessary because it was 12 years. It was 12 years ago. But as the film moved forward, it revealed why he acted in that way. So kind of makes sense after all. Then the film spent the first half trying to building attention and creating suspense. But it didn't feel right to me, after all, in my opinion. Although there wasn't anything bad about the first half, but it didn't grab my attention, and it wasn't strong enough, in my opinion. There wasn't enough element that that needed to be in the horror film. It doesn't have enough element that kind to scare us, to frighten us. It wasn't. I wasn't consider this the first half of the Annabelle creation a weak setup. I would say just not strong enough, not whole strong. The second half, on the other hand, was pretty solid. It featured many powerful, frightening scenes, scary scenes. It scared me quite a lot. Most of the time, it kept me on the edge of my seat, and which is a good thing. And I like that feeling. I like that so much. Though the second half might have featured some of a horror movie cliche, but most of the time it worked, which is it's good. I love the second half way more than the first half. Obviously, there's a lot of good thing about the second half. The good thing about Annabelle creation is it keeps the tone and the concept of the Conjuring universe pretty strong, pretty solid. It had the things that made the Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2 good and successful. So those things include the using of cinematography, lighting, and editing to create a sense of horror, sense of frighten, instead of using the jump scare and crucial stuff. By using the cinematography and lighting, there's we kind of have building our feeling towards that moment. And this was good and was strong. Also, this film featured very good music and sound effect. When these themes play out throughout the film, it helped enhance the feeling so well. This film, Annabelle Creation, wasn't directed by James Wan, the director of The Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2. Although he's the producer, but I can feel that there's a heavily influence of his directorial style in this film. Those things I mentioned, like the cinematography and the sounds and everything, it had that feeling from the Conjuring unit, from the first two Conjuring. Now, the good thing about all the things that I mentioned is been missing in the first Annabelle. That's why that made the first Annabelle kinda misplayed in this universe. It doesn't feel right when we look back at the first Annabelle. There's no doubt that Annabelle creation is much better than the first Annabelle, but it falls short in comparison to the one. So there's no doubt that Annabelle creation is a much better film than the first Annabelle. But nevertheless, it fell short in comparison to the first Conjuring and the second Conjuring. Annabelle creation is good horror flick, but not so remarkable after all. I mean, I'm totally fine if the studio wants to make the main Conjuring movies strong and solid and keep that standard up, and make the spin-off don't have to be the same level, but keeping this level it's fine for me, as long as the main Conjuring is good enough. I'm go with that. Annabelle creation can be the movie that I pick up occasionally during Halloween, not that time, that occasion. But nevertheless, I wouldn't recommend Annabelle creation to great horror fans. I'm going to give Annabelle creation 6.7 out of 10. So everybody, this is the review of Annabelle creation, the 4th installment in the Conjuring universe. This universe is getting bigger and we see more of them. We're going to have the Nun next year. But before then, what do you think on Annabelle creation? What do you think on the whole Conjuring universe itself, or the Conjureverse? Let me know in the comment below. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching this review. If you want to see more video, subscribe to my channel, right? Okay. Thank you so much for watching PP Movies and Geeks. There's going to be a lot more review coming up, and stay tuned for that. But until then, I'm Pash. This is PP Movies and Geeks. Enjoy the movie, everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.